Chris D'Elia accused of sexual misconduct by at least a dozen women. Hey, what's up everybody? My name is Phil Scream and you are watching Shopping the Point News. I know there's a lot of drama going on between Ethan Klein and Keemstar. I will not be covering it. I am personally sick of it. For those of you like myself that follow the comedy podcast world with guys like Bryan, Callen, and Bobby Lee, this is a very sad day. And in fact, as a Chris D'Elia fan, I am so sad that I am starting to feel like the real victim in this situation. Obviously joking. If you don't know Chris, he is a comedian, actor, and host of Congratulations podcast on YouTube. And this is where the accusations began. A Twitter user by the name of Simone tweeted out, "I still can't believe Netflix cast Chris D'Elia as a pedophile in season 2 of You," like literal irony. And before we dive fully into these accusations, I want to mention that I have not seen any proof that Chris has done anything illegal. I've yet to see a screenshot where Chris directly asks for a nude from a girl he knew was a minor. Not saying it didn't happen, I just haven't seen proof yet. It's also important to note that Chris denied these allegations. In a statement to People, he said, "I know I have said things and done things that might have offended people during my career, but I never knowingly pursued any underage women at any point. All of my relationships have been both legal and consensual, and I've never met or exchanged any inappropriate photos with the people who have tweeted about me. However, there are a lot of accusations that I find very concerning, and there are also a lot of accusations that I think are overblown. Even if it is very creepy for somebody in his 30s to message somebody who's 18, that is not what I'm going to focus on. Here's how the thread begins. Imagine getting owned by a 16-year-old. These emails are apparently from Chris D'Elia. You might be thinking that these are fake. I do have some evidence that suggests this is Chris D'Elia emailing her. She eventually tweeted the email with the full address at rocketmail.com. This was her apparent first conversation with Chris D'Elia. "Hello, friend. Hey there. You come to LA. I was there a couple weeks ago. Where you live, Arizona. How are we supposed to make out?" That's a common theme, is this making out stuff. So you can tell that that username is likely the same as this one here. Also, another random person, Clara. Just a few illegal emails I have from him. Chris D'Elia at Rocket Mail. This was in 2012. How long do we have to wait for this naked sex date of ours? Hurry, I need to be naked with you already. I have another one that shows Chris D'Elia at rocketmail.com. This was in 2014, just like these messages were in 2014 from Simone. "Chris D'Elia tried to procure me when I was 16. The accusations against him are all true. Hey, so you need to come visit me. I would love to. LA is a long ways away. But we have to make out. You cut right to the chase, eh?" She responds. "No, question mark. Oh, sorry, then my bad. No, I meant you don't want to. Chris, I'm 16. Now, that is when the conversation ends. That's another question you're probably thinking to yourself. Does Chris know these chicks are 16? And when I saw this accusation, I'm thinking Chris sees that she's 16 and then he jumps ship. Here is the most damning and concerning tweet I have seen, coming from this user, Abby Grills. All right, I went back to my 2011 Facebook Messenger and found the DMs from Chris D'Elia being creepy and persistent to me when I was 17. Hey, what's up, everybody? You might have noticed this is a re-upload, and that's because I screwed up the original story. I apologize. Shopping the Point always corrects the record when we get something wrong. Here are the DMs I was talking about. "Hi, I'm in Golden, Colorado. Where are you? 30 minutes from Golden. What are you doing? What do you mean, like now? Yup, just chilling at home. Are you enjoying Colorado? It's alright, I'm bored. How old are you anyway?" She says she's 17 here. Chris says that's too young. Chris admits to being 30, and they both agree that the age difference is too far apart. Now, Chris messages her again. This is where I messed up the story. I thought she would have still been 17 when he messaged her a second time, that he was texting somebody he knew was 17. However, if you look at the dates, first conversation took place April 8, 2010. Chris says, hey, February 15 of 2011. She could have turned 18 between those two conversations. he wasn't texting a known 17-year-old. He was texting a potential 17-year-old, but not a known. Messages go on. Hi, hey, sup, the usual same. So why the random contact? I think you're cute. Fair enough. So tell me something good. You first. We should text. That is the real point I want to make, is I believe a lot of these accusations because there are similar patterns of him wanting to text, of him wanting to make out, and of those email exchanges I showed you with that Rocket Mail address. Okay, let's get back to the original video. Another example of him wanting to text comes from this DM conversation of Twitter user Godiva. Although she is 18, he says, let's text. He also tries to get her to write her phone number. She doesn't budge. Now, going back to what I said at the beginning of this whole video, I have not found proof that Chris did anything illegal. But there are a lot of accusations, and I mean a lot of accusations. I'm not going to go into them. But from the Twitter account, She Rates Dogs, I'm just going to scroll so you can kind of see all the people that have reached out to this Twitter account with accusations. Some of them we have touched on, some of them we hadn't. Some of them are overblown. I'm not going to get into this one. I think this one's overblown. The point is, there are a lot of accusations. I am very, very, very disappointed in Chris, and so are his friends. I follow the comedy podcast world very closely, and I was waiting for Brennan Schwab and Bryan Callen to respond on their podcast, The Fighter and the Kid. Bryan Callen is one of Chris D'Elia's best friends, and his response and Brennan's response tonight really demonstrates the gravity of this whole situation. I'll play that clip now.
I think, Brennan, we have to at least talk about this. You guys, if you follow the news, if you're alive, if you've been following this Twitter thing the way we have, you know what's going on with our friend Chris. I'm not, in these situations, people in Hollywood tell you what to say. And I said to Brennan, what we can do is tell the truth. And I'm not going to sit here. I'm a man, and I define myself on how I respond to these situations in real time when the pressure's really on. And so this is what I'll say. I always knew Chris is a ladies' man. I have never, and I'm going to say this, I have never seen or heard of him doing anything illegal, ever. This is as shocking to me as I'm watching this happen. I don't know what to think, and I don't know what to say. I don't. But I'm going to say it again. I have personally never heard or seen him do anything illegal. That's all I can say. And right now I have to believe that because he's still a friend. And it may be unpopular to say that, but I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to do. And I'm not going to be some, I just think it's an impossible situation. And I'm just at a loss. I'm at a loss. And I'm praying that what I'm hearing isn't true. Maybe that's the best way to put it.
I can't talk.
It's just, it's like, it's a weird thing because I said to Brennan, I said, it's like, it's like watching someone die or something.
That to me speaks volumes because Chris's career is his life. Being a comedian is his life's work, and his career is probably over.
What's important to say, we haven't spoken to Chris.
No.
And we've never been on the road with him. I was on the road with him about 14 years ago once when he was just beginning, but I've never been on the road with him. So I don't know. I don't know what to think, and I don't know. And that's what's so frustrating.
I'm just sad.
Yeah.
I'm sad.
So anyway.
I really hope that the girls that Chris was meeting up with, because he had to have met up with some of these girls he DM'd, were 18. That's all I got for tonight. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Sorry for those of you that do not follow the comedy podcast world, but you probably didn't make it this far. We'll catch you next time.